The Kentucky Derby is a renowned horse race held annually on the first Saturday in May at Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky, United States. It is often referred to as the Run for the Roses due to the blanket of roses awarded to the winning horse. The inaugural Kentucky Derby took place on May 17, 1875, making it the oldest continuously held horse race in the United States. The Kentucky Derby is the first leg of the Triple Crown of thoroughbred racing, followed by the Preakness Stakes and the Belmont Stakes. Only 13 horses have managed to win all three races, with the most recent Triple Crown winner being Justify in 2018. The race is contested on a dirt track over a distance of 1¼ miles, 2.0 kilometers, known as the most exciting 2 minutes in sports due to its quick pace. The fastest recorded time in Kentucky Derby history is 1 minute and 59.40 seconds, set by Secretariat in 1973. Secretariat's performance is widely considered one of the greatest in the history of American horse racing. The Kentucky Derby is known for its extravagant fashion, with attendees often sporting stylish hats, colorful outfits, and elegant attire. The event has become a prominent showcase of Southern style and tradition. Mint juleps, a bourbon-based cocktail mixed with sugar and fresh mint leaves, are the traditional drink of the Kentucky Derby. It is estimated that over 120,000 mint juleps are served during the event each year. The attendance at the Kentucky Derby is consistently high, with over 150,000 spectators filling Churchill Downs for the race. It is also broadcasted to millions of viewers worldwide. The Kentucky Derby has had its share of upsets and surprises over the years. One of the most notable upsets occurred in 2009 when Mind That Bird, a 50-1 longshot, won the race by 6 3/4 lengths.
The Kentucky Derby is a Grade I stakes race for 3-year-old thoroughbred horses. It was first run on May 17, 1875, at Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky. The race was inspired by the English Epsom Derby and French Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. Meriwether Lewis Clark Jr., grandson of William Clark, of the Lewis and Clark Expedition, founded the race. The inaugural race was won by a horse named Aristides, ridden by jockey Oliver Lewis. The Kentucky Derby has been held annually since its inception, except for a few exceptions during wartime. Triple Crown. The Kentucky Derby is the first leg of the Triple Crown of thoroughbred racing, along with the Preakness Stakes and the Belmont Stakes. The Triple Crown is considered one of the most prestigious achievements in horse racing.
Horse racing is set to join Netflix's stable of sports documentaries as the Racing Post understands the streaming service has commissioned a series based on this year's Kentucky Derby, G1. It is the latest attempt to emulate the success of the hugely popular Formula One documentary series Drive to Survive, which has been credited with boosting the popularity of that sport, especially in the U.S. Filming on what is understood to be a 4-part series on the race to the Kentucky Derby is set to start next month, and the casting process has begun, with the series looking to tell the stories behind the owners, trainers, breeders, and jockeys involved. It is set to focus on 5 major trials for America's premier classic, the Louisiana Derby, G2, on March 25, the Florida Derby, G1, on April 1, and the Bluegrass Stakes, G1, with Memorial Stakes, G2, and Santa Anita Derby, G1, on April 8, before culminating with the Kentucky Derby on May 6. It is understood Netflix could also consider extending the series to include the other 2 legs of the Triple Crown, the Preakness Stakes, G1, and Belmont Stakes, G1, and the Breeders' Cup. The Racing Post first revealed in November 2021 that Box to Box Films, the media company behind Drive to Survive, was in talks about a horse racing version with Sky Sports Racing and Netflix. Members of Netflix's team based in Los Angeles and representatives from Box to Box and Sky Sports Racing met with racecourse executives, owners, trainers, and racing administrators from both the U.S. and Europe to discuss the project at that year's Breeders' Cup at Del March. It subsequently emerged that filming had taken place at the stables of Joseph O'Brien in Ireland and Francis-Henri Graffard in France, and that other yards in Britain and the U.S. were to be involved, although at that stage Netflix had not yet agreed to commission a series.